My name is Brian DeVore with Kirby-Smith Machinery, Product Support Rep. Today I'm going to be talking about oil sampling and the importance of oil sampling and how it can save you downtime in the future. Oil sampling is very important because the way that it can save you downtime is by catching early failures, signs that come up in the oil such as high silica, high copper, high brass, and even in engine oil samples, you run into the high coolant. And whenever you see the coolant in the oil, of course, you start looking at other things such as EGR coolers, etc., that could be causing the problem. If you catch that early by doing your preventative oil sampling, you'd save a lot of money and possibly save a catastrophic engine failure. Oil samples should be done every maintenance for sure, and by either a certified technician or the customer themselves can perform the inspections or the oil samples themselves. Bring them to us. We have several labs that do our testing, and then we can send them in to get the results. Oil samples are very important on new or old machines. Very important if you want to take care and stay on top of component failures. The process for an oil sample is as simple as this. You get the oil sample itself, and then get you some oil sample tubing and a gun. The process is basically you want to do whatever component you're checking, you want to check mid-level of that. And that's where you get the most cleanest, true kind of numbers that we can go by. You don't want to pull straight off the bottom because we all know everything settles to the bottom. You're going to get the worst case sample possible. Normally whenever you get an oil sample, first of all, you want to check your viscosity, and then the main factors you want to look for is anything that should not be in that sample. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually at the hydraulic tank, and this is actually where you'd pull your sample on your hydraulic system. And in order to do that, of course, you're going to need your hose, your sample gun, and then your sample. Inside that sample is your actual sample bottle. On the sample bottle, it actually just screws directly to your sample puller. Whenever you screw that on there, get you a good seal. Your hose actually fits in the top of this gun, and that creates your suction to fill your sample. Like I said, on this PC290 on the hydraulic system, we're going to take it right here from the top where the filters are and where the actual fill level is. In order to do that, you just open your cap and release any pressure you may have. And then you're going to want to feed your tube. Now, sometimes you're going to have residual around the rim here. Try not to get that in your sample, of course. Try to go down, and then we're going to feed that about halfway down the tank. And then basically once you get your sample set, you just pull this, creates a suction vacuum, and will actually fill your bottle with the sample that you need. After you complete your sample, you'll complete all the information on the top, which is your unit ID, what component you actually sample, which in this case is our hydraulics. Turn all that in, and then once that's submitted, you'll get all your results back via email, and if there's any issues, they'll be flagged.